Hey everyone, Happy New Year. It's 2019. We are back. We are doing much more this upcoming couple of weeks. Don't know what yet, but something. And it's been raining since the year started. So it's been about, it's 3 o'clock now. So we've had roughly about 70 millimeters of rain that I know of. And I'll just put it here, how much we actually have and in inches and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a new year, it's a new beginning of learning a new number to write at the end of a date. Basically what it is. But now, for now, we go into the rabbitry and then we'll go down to the river and see if there's any flooding. And yeah, so we'll start off with the rabbitry update and then river. Yes, I'm still bald. And then fish and vegetables. There we go. So rabbits. Right, here we have the grow out pen. These guys are not as soaked as they used to be earlier today. Got them some dry grass inside here. The roof is holding up quite nicely. There is some water collecting, but at this point it helps to keep the water bowl full, so it's not a big problem. Then that's still empty. We've got Tintin as unhappy as ever, but at least he's eating again, all that kind of thing. We have Madam Ash, who decided that she does not like Tintin around anymore. She's got stressed out and something. She's aggressive towards Tintin, and now she will be next up for a slaughter. Next we have Charcoal's babies. They have grown so much. Look at that. We've got 8 healthy babies, slightly wet, but they're all good. Eyes open, healthy, eating,
solid food,
driving Charcoal crazy. And yeah, so they're doing good. Next up we have Kayla. She is still mean and alive, so that helps. Then little Alice had 4 big huge babies. Hello Alice. She's actually quite loving. Let's see if she gives me love today. Hello Alice. Yep, some love. Yeah, she's healthy. Babies are healthy. We flipped the box over so the babies don't bother her too much. Alrighty, and Mr. Tintin, who's always Thumper, sorry about that. Mr. Thumper, he's eating, he's healthy, he's dry. I know this looks really wet, but actually it's just some drippage. But he's dry, he's happy, and clearly does a good job when it comes to making babies. I think it was Alice's first time. We had to cover up her cage with a net because she figured out to jump on top and then go and visit Mr. Thumper. So she might be having a couple of more brewing inside of her. We don't know yet. She went to visit Thumper and she went to visit Kayla. So we don't know. But she looks good. When Ash is slaughtered, we'll move Charcoal's babies over into Ash's cage. They've got a good roof going. Not the best structure, but it's solid. The wind doesn't pick it up. It doesn't get bothered by the wind. This flap in front stays down. So yeah, this will be a small grow out pen or weaning pen then for Charcoal's babies. And this weaning pen will be adapted and adjusted to be safer for the babies in the future, because the previous time we learned our lesson. Alright, next up, river. Okay guys, so hoping this isn't too loud. This river does not look like this normally. It is much wider than we're used to it. Like I said, it's raining for a couple of days, So the river's coming down quite hard. This level is normally a lot lower. There's a wall going up here to create a dam, and the flow is normally much slower and normally backed up with some debris, but it's coming down properly now. So for all you guys who've seen me ask about fishing and fishing tips, this is where we fish, when we fish. On our property, at some stage I'm planning on putting in hydropower system of sorts, just to try and see if it works. We have the flow, but my biggest problem is when we have flooding like this, it might just damage my system. So still doing my research, but it's coming down properly. I'm going to try and get you another angle. Okay, here's a spot I've tried to fish before, and normally in that area where it's covered with water now is where I would stand, but now the levels risen so much. You can see we're in South Africa because of all this dirty plastics everywhere, debris coming down. So I don't know if there's actually any viable fish in here. Still need to do a proper look around to see the types of plants we have, what we've got going on here that could actually be foraged and made useful, herbs, berries, something. Yeah, in South Africa we even protect our trees. Anyway, another one of the pumps, barbed wire everywhere. But yeah, there's a really nice river we got here. It goes up way over there, just goes up and on. We've got this whole piece of river to ourselves. Well, sharing with the neighbors across, obviously. But there my wife walks about halfway through our property. So we've got a lot of potential here. There's so much we can do with this area. But sadly, when it comes to crime and theft and all these kind of things, using this area without fences could cause a lot of theft, especially with livestock. Yeah, we'll probably figure something out. Look at this flow, it's got a good rush. Let me just makeshift boat in the water. It just goes. Nice and wide river. Probably a creek for other people, but this is just a river. Okay, so back home, our pool is as green as it gets. We have a pool cover, just forgot to put it on. Yeah, so this is almost full again, reaching all the way up to the wall. We've got water everywhere pooling. We've got very dirty pooches. This one is still playful. Let's see if he... Nope, doesn't want to give me the bone. Grass is growing through the water. So we want grass here, but we need to move the rocks as well and clean up. I don't think the fish will be visible today. The water is brown as it gets. The walls are caving in on the sides. On the side of the walls. The sides are caving in. The fish pond only shows a couple of tadpoles at the moment, so not much to see here. We've got weeds growing everywhere when it rains, but our grass is green, so that's a good thing. I have yet to rebuild my barbecue area, my braai area. I moved it out from under the roof so we can start building. We started leveling here. This area started leveled. It's almost getting there. We need to lift it all the way on that line so we can build onto the house, and that will still come with time. But now our veggies have been growing slowly, but our beets are getting there, and our turnips are getting there, and whatever else these things are also getting there. There's so much grass coming out here because, if you remember correctly, this thing was built to be a raised grass bed, and now the grass starts growing. Weird.
Well, when I pull the grass out, I feed it to the rabbits anyway. So.
Oh, we feed it to the rabbits, so. Tomatoes getting there. We get some of these that get some odd spots. We don't spray them with anything. Try and keep it as natural as possible. This gem squash is growing. There's another one growing. Now it's getting there. There's more somewhere. I just can't see at the moment. Oh yeah, I pulled one down. But yeah, so this planting method works. On this side, we put. Oh, this is still dead. This is still.
Nothing came up.
Nothing got revived. Nothing. We got some carrots and spiderweb and the odd grass that always keeps on coming up. Goodbye. Didn't go far. Got some carrots. That is a tree that we've got big loads of everywhere. Serang. That's grass as well. There's something starting.
I planted lettuce in here. None of it came up.
No, we planted lettuce in here when we planted the carrots, and nothing. That raised bed over there, pardon the trash can. That raised bed over there has seen so much difficulty and hard times. This one just loves this tire. Let's go get to the raised bed. It's been flooding so much because all the water that comes from the roof, when it's raining really hard, it just kills it. So I'm just gonna leave it and see what happens. It looks like these are dying and flooding, and it's just a wrong placement and everything, but we're going to move the raised beds in that area there. So that's soon to come. This area, I want to put a roof over, seal it up, fix it up, and see if I can get a little vacation area going. A little holiday home away from home. Well, at home from. Anyway, may your New Year's be as good as the time this one's having with that tire. May prosperity bore you, and all the best for 2019. And see you next time. Cheers.